Always be yourself, no intentions. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone. I always have. Never give up on yourself because someone wants to discourage you or make you feel like your voice doesn't matter. And I say it respectfully. Someone don't know how to love you, respect you, or protect you, or meet you halfway. But never give up on yourself. And I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and this is currently my 30th, 33rd live for the today. I would never hurt myself when I say that respectfully. I would never hurt myself when I say that respectfully. Today is currently January 23rd, 2026. I am my biggest cheerleader. That prayer is different. Folks would never understand your potential. Hold on one second when they was quick to dish you. But your vocabulary is different when you understood balance, acknowledging your worth when it comes to your growth. They try to distract you when it comes to your smile. They want you to give up when it comes to your crown. But God was truly showing you motivation is different. How you truly step at the end when you fall from a hater. Didn't have to pretend to be authentic. Your right from your left. That energy is different. Understanding unconditional love allows you to see, hold on one second, weathering the storm. They was far from competing. You was weathering the storm, far from competing. The hate was real. They had malicious intentions to kick you down. All because, hold on one second, you was actually praying to go within and understand that, hold on one second, God wasn't kicking me down. That mindset is different. It was a fumble, but they would never understand that you was truly humble. Humble from a child point of view going into your adulthood, even when they tried to distract you. Dealing with gang stalking from a child point of view, your innocence was taken from you at a low IQ score at the end of the day. But that maturing is different when you actually allowed yourself to understand your mindset is different. Allowing your IQ score to develop. Only rise to hold on one second, you acting your body weight today. Regardless, you came from poverty and pain when they misleading you blindsided. It be the trend of thought for me. How you acknowledging your worth even on your rainy day. How chicks and dudes will monitor your every move. They don't want you to balance your heart because they want you to be confused. They want you to have a crash out moment when it comes to your heart. The end of it be stagnant, having a heart attack. But God was allow you to see that. Hold on one second, I'm protecting your mental when it come to better days ahead. When it come to your heart, at the end of the day, they will never understand how I heal you. Hold on one second, you was far from a hate at the end of the day. That energy is different. That LOVE, choosing yourself. They would never understand the balance is different, allowing you to see. Being chosen, it was never for likes and views or cloud chasing or fame when folks are so thirsty to do you wrong. They was plotting against you. All the rest of hold on one second, that flex is different. Hold on one second when it comes to hold on one second, communicating to go within to understand that our veins that hit the same. No ever trade off for me. Because you understood the balance, the pain, healing trauma and pain. You wasn't running from your reflection when it come to your confidence, even on your rainy day. How you got chicks and dudes plotting on your downfall right to left, like your next door neighbor, like a hate at the end of the day. Didn't matter, they tags back with their bad habits. It be the train of thought for me, how they mask fell off, only was to hold on one second. You mean to tell me you try to outdo me better than me, all because you didn't understand your own authenticity, how this type of stuff actually happens, how chicks and dudes gotta play with spoken in a toxic way to ruin your reputation, all because they want to act like they know you to be you at the end of the day, but you wasn't part of the vocabulary when it came to the hate train. Hold on one second, being dysfunctional when someone try to project pain, running all these type of mind games, how it took a group of people in different tags bracket to ruin your life at the end of the day, but God restored you for all the right reasons. They would never understand how you heal time and day. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. I may not make sense to the average person, but that's okay. When someone is plotting on you, regardless if it's a group or not, never give up on yourself and never allow someone to make you feel like your voice does not matter. When individuals have to make you feel at the end of the day, you're not worthy. I'm Naya, Geno Respect, and it's currently 10:27 p.m. and we 4 minutes into this video. And it's January 23rd, 2026. I'm Naya, Geno Respect, and this is Peace. Peace and respect to neighbor. Stop the violence. I said what I said. Hi to the genuine ones who know listen to this. Hey, love yourself. Don't dim your light when you fall from a hater. Neighbor. Don't to catch your blessings. They would never understand dysfunction wasn't part of your vocabulary. Patient, time, and day. You almost got stuck in certain chapters when it come to motivation. Hold on one second. Your testimony is different. Be patient with time and day. Love yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Accountability. I love myself. I wasn't trying to get discouraged by the enemy or the devil. Didn't matter the neighbor's tax bracket at the end of the day. I love myself. They hacked my devices, my accounts, my emails, cloned my device, made me feel I wasn't worthy.
worthy. Hold on 1 second. Domestic violence, hate crime, discrimination is real. When you truly keeping it real at the end of the day, they said you're mentally unstable. They try to lock you up. Hold on 1 second. They want you to be able. Love yourself. You didn't get discouraged. Love yourself. Choose yourself. Hold on 1 second. Night, can I continue?
Go ahead, Peace. You're doing good.
Thank you. Hi to the genuine ones. You know, domestic violence, hate crime, discrimination, you know, gang stalking, racism is really real. You know, when it comes to gang stalking, they will hack your device, your account, your emails, clone your phone, your IP addresses, and all types of stuff. They would try to project spiritual towards you, cinematic towards you. They would even act like they know you. And, you know, they would try to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, even project the evil eye towards you because you're trying to prosper in life. They would even send spiritual towards people that's trying to come towards you to respect you, to show for you good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. How this type of stuff actually happens. How it sometimes it takes a group of people or just an individual from your past, you know, try to keep up with your life today, or someone that doesn't even know you, trying to keep tabs on you, just to ruin your life at the end of the day because they don't want you to prosper because you have motivation to be your biggest cheerleader and you continue to choose yourself every single day, regardless if you're a content creator or not. Never get discouraged by the enemy or the hater. You don't have to know these fools for someone to project on you. How they try to paint you to be mentally unstable, and they have so much to say about you at the end of the day. But it's not a crime to love yourself. You know, these fools hack your devices, your emails, your accounts, and then they say, you know what? You're not worthy. You're not worthy. You're not worthy. We all don't pray the same, but I'm far from a hater. Neighbor, 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 neighbor. They will clone your phone and then try to make you feel like you're bugging. You know, you think you're talking to customer service in the whole entire time. These are the people that's actually gang stalking you to try to project fear in you or even steal your information from you. How this type of stuff actually happens. How they would tap your phones and then monitor your phone calls and then try to blackmail you against you. They would even set you up through different HRA departments and different people in different subjects like your past or your loved ones or people that you don't even deal with no more. How this type of stuff actually happens. Or even people from your past at the end of this trying to take, you know, notes on you to see what you got going on that's not part of your life no more. How they will monitor your every move with monitoring spirits, watching you, how this type of stuff actually happens. And they said that nobody will ever believe you, but humanity worthy. Never give up on yourself. No, for real. You know, domestic violence, hate crime, discrimination, racism is really real. You put a name in your book when it comes to hate crime. You matter, you're worthy, and your voice does matter. I'm peace. I bring peace. Peace and respect. Say respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. I said what I said. Stop the violence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Monday, self-love every day. Tuesday, self-control every day. Monday, motivation every day. Thursday, choose yourself. Never overlook yourself when they try to discourage you. Friday, you mad and you're worthy. Don't give up on yourself because they try to project pain on you. They try to paint you to be the villain in their story. But love yourself. How sad it comes apart, you would never understand. I'm far from a hater, neighbor, think you're lame. Sunday, never give up on yourself. You are the blessing within. The lights within you, they will never understand how it shines. Regardless of keeping poverty and pain, when you don't run from your past, they will never understand. Elevate, taking accountability for your actions. You mad and you're worthy. Hey, everybody. Hi to the genuine ones with no misintentions. You know, Naya and I went live today on Facebook. We did over 33 lives today. This is 34 today. We did 20 lives on Facebook and we did 16 lives on YouTube and we did 2 lives on TikTok today. Go check it out. Naya, genuine love, respect. Be far from haters. Love yourself. Be yourself. Don't dim your light. Love yourself. Don't dim your light. You know, sometimes when it comes to gang stalking and you're a content creator, you'll be surprised that these gang stalkers be writing your comment section. No, if the trade off me. Watching you. Continue to show for yourself. You're mad and you're worthy. When someone tries to discourage you, never give up on yourself. Gotta go. Stop the violence. It's currently 10:32 p.m. Love yourself. We 9 minutes into the video. Yay!
I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. You know, balance is different. You know, the he say, she say, they would never understand your reality. Being dysfunctional wasn't part of your vocabulary. You understood certain chapters when it come to your past. Wasn't running from the mindset, hold on 1 second, how self-love allows you to feel while self-control is different today. Even when folks try to control the narrative at the end of the day to abuse you with their words, all because they wanted to paint you out to be the villain in their story. But hold on 1 second, you truly woke when it come to being comfortable in your skin. You know, someone called you a bum, B-I-T-C-H. They said that you wasn't matter, you didn't matter, or you wasn't worthy. Even when you got got lost in your words, they would never understand your potential. Started within. Started, hold on one second, allow you to see authenticity. Started within. You know, when folks praying your downfall, they say that you ain't got rhythm, but you smile more. You know, I may not make sense to the average person, but giving up on yourself when someone's praying against you, that was never part of your vocabulary to give up on yourself. And I say that respectfully, being resentful. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. They said that you couldn't make it when it come to becoming your best self, vision of yourself, but you understood elevation. You know, because balance allows you to see. Waste of time wasn't part of your vocabulary when it comes to unconditional love started within. How chicks and dudes will pray against you, all because you understood, hold on one second, you understood to pray for you. You prayed for folks that you couldn't even know at the end of the day. Even folks from your past, they couldn't relate. You ain't have to dibble and dabble with spoke or magic or whatever the case may be. Any type of spirituality in a negative way. Believing in faith that, hold on one second, brought you hope. Allowing to see better days ahead to truly be woke. How when the right people see you, hear you, respect you. Hold on one second, they wasn't trying to dish you. You know, hold on one second, that motivation is different. They wasn't trying to strategize to ruin your reputation. You know, because they want you to become your best self vision of yourself. Regardless if your moms and pops didn't say they love you. That energy is different when it comes to a family that you wasn't blood related to. That energy is different. How blood, hold on one second, made you feel like, hold on one second, I wasn't trying to lose me because someone didn't know how to respect me. You know, regardless to what you've been through, trials and tribulation, acting your body weight, regardless to, hold on one second, the trauma and pain coming from poverty and pain, they would never understand that, hold on one second. Thank you, God, for being patient with me. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. It's currently 10:35 p.m. and we're 11 minutes into this video. The fact that you prayed for everything that, hold on one second, even when it was against you. You know, the enemy, let alone the devil. You asked God to show you your vision when it comes to relating to you. Allowing you to see when you didn't have to get physical. Even when folks try to kick you down, discourage you. How you was truly stepping, they would never understand your consciousness different. Hold on one second, that was motivation, paying attention. You know how you had chicks and dudes at the end of the day putting you in competition all because you understood to love you. To understand that healing, trauma, and pain would never be the same. Allowing me to see what change looks like up close in person. Who would have knew that LOV allowed you to feel? You know, LOV allows you to feel. Wow. You are beautiful, you're handsome. You know, you've been talked about so many years from a child point of view. Going into your adulthood. How you was ugly, but you truly beautiful. It was a projection, only not to be overlooked by the right people. Even when the wrong people overlooked you to dish you. They would never understand you wasn't trying to cheat yourself out your mental. You wasn't running from your past when it come to your reflection. I may sound like a broken record, but hold on one second. I understood a ring that you can relate to. That was confidence. Being authentic started within. How chicks and dudes would try to take your swag and try to confuse you. Those spoke in a toxic way. They try to ruin your reputation all because you understood to hold your own weight. And I wasn't talking about narcotics. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. Loving yourself is not a crime. You know, the fact that you know how to love yourself out loud. You ain't got to pray the same as the average person or authentic. How chicks and dudes talking about they worship God, but we all don't pray the same. And I say that respectfully when it comes to your vocabulary. You didn't have to project pain. Even folks wasn't for you at the end of the day. They would never understand what you actually reaching for when it comes to a dream within loving yourself. That energy is different when it comes to confidence, regardless of trying to ruin your reputation, asking God to protect your mental. How this type of stuff actually happens. Or because you understood it won't rain forever. They would never understand how you understood the storm at the end of the day. How God was showing the light at the end of the tunnel. You know, having a heart regardless of what you've been through. You were supposed to be so lost and far gone when they try to dish you. They poisoned your drink. They poisoned your food. They poisoned your narcotics. It didn't matter the tools. It be the train of thought for me. You ain't even got to know folks, let alone when it come to the past at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if it's your family, related or not, a stranger in the street, but truly have you hooked. But when God restored you for the right reasons, they would never understand how you truly step in and understand that, hold on one second, I wasn't trying to lose me because I'm truly praying. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. What's a season that you can't relate to? You know, that's what the enemy wanted you to do. But you found the season that you could relate to. That was balance and knowledge that God showed you. God allowed you to see why your heart was balanced, allowing you to see you was far from a crash out. You have folks plotting on your downfall, trying to take credit for God's work. They would never understand that. Hold on one second. I was just seeking the truth within me to understand. I wasn't trying to lose my mindset at the end of the day, but I was believing something you can relate to. That was confidence. How you tie your shoe differently at the end of the day. You know that was a flex within a flex, but it was far from a curse. They was wishing on your downfall, but you was willing to better your worth. They robbed you mentally, spiritually, financially, but God restored you when it comes to see they can relate to. Hold on one second. When they try to confuse you, they say God not real. G-O-D. Hold on one second. God's been by my side. Even days when I didn't understand my own vocabulary, I got shortchanged in my words. It'd be the train of thought for me when it come to my verbs. I understood to respect myself, not to lose myself, because someone didn't know how to love me, because they was pretending at the end of the day. When I was far from it, at the end of the day, I may not make sense to the average person. But imagine pouring into a cup at the end of the day, only to realize you have to find yourself when it comes to balancing your worth. Or because someone didn't understand you. You was different. The communication, hold on one second. But so now someone is truly loving you. The right folks. Only realize the hold on one second, it's okay to be woke. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. I may not make sense to the average person, and that's okay. But I would never hurt myself regardless to who's praying on my downfall, and I say that respectfully. Loving yourself is not a crime. I love to talk about love. We're 15 minutes into this video, and it's currently 10:39 p.m. I am my biggest cheerleader regardless to who's praying against me. And I don't worship the devil good day, bad day, or misunderstanding. I would never hurt myself. You know, when you seek the truth, speaking out loud, they would never understand your vision. It was far from a challenge at the end of the day because it started within. You know, when you seek the truth, allowing you to see the change at the end of the day, it was far from revenge. Because when the love via life didn't have to pretend, they wasn't trying to fumble you, let alone hold on one second, even when it came to your rainy days. They allowed you to see balance as different. You know, when the right person walks into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you. That LOV is different. It was far from, hold on one second, competition. Someone truly shows you, actions spoke louder than words, allow you to heal. That hold on one second, someone truly allowed you to see why someone knew how to maintain your smile, allow you to feel that, hold on one second, someone truly your biggest cheerleader. Bring you balance, understand that, hold on one second, fall from cheating. Someone didn't have to hurt you with their words, let alone their hands. And I say that respectfully. You know, it was far from a pointless conversation. It just got better with time and day since the day that you met them. Who would have knew a season that certain folks can relate to because they was praying on your downfall when it came to unconditional love, someone truly valuing your time and day and fall from excuse. What a future so fruitful when God truly allowed you to see that someone could truly love you. Being loyal and respectful went a long way. The energy is different. Who would have knew at the end of the day was far from a challenge because it came authentic. No ever trait of me. Wow, someone didn't have to play with sport to get your time and day. Someone sees you, hears you, respects you. Wow. It still got you feeling butterflies within, like the first conversation. Because someone never changes, got better with time and day. Y'all both come from two different worlds, but who would have knew two words coming together allow you to feel so fruitful? Allow you to see why the grass was greener on the other side. It wasn't trauma, let alone abuse. You've been through so much trials and tribulations when it came to your future, but who would have knew at the end of the day it didn't stop you from loving you? You found balance to love you. That last conversation when it come to your past, it almost distracted you. It almost made you feel at the end of the day you wasn't worthy of choosing you. Only to realize to hold on one second, God allowed you to see why God was using you. God allowed you to see why certain doors in your life was opening for all the right reasons. So beautiful. You are beautiful. You are handsome. Who would have knew you almost get one to love the problem at the end of the day, but you allowed yourself to believe in faith. How, hold on one second, someone actually sees it wasn't a mistake. Someone saw you loving yourself. Someone truly brought you the proper balance, acknowledge your worth. How someone sees you, hears you, respects you. Who would have knew that true love wasn't blindsided because someone wasn't overlooking you? Not at the church on me. Always be yourself. Entertain purpose only. You have the mind, you've been with the mind, you've been. No, have the trait on me. Entertain purpose only. I'm nice, you respecting my conscience about this. Okay. You been big, when you big single the day, and you crushing on somebody, whatever the case may be. And you know, y'all not in the talking stages like that or whatever case may be, but y'all talking, but y'all not talking, but y'all talking, but y'all not talking, but y'all talking. And the train through for me. And you start to talking to somebody else. Did you ever feel guilty? It's the train through me. You mind your business with the mind your business on the phone with thing number two. It's the train number two. It's the train through for me. You talking to thing number two, you on the internet or whatever the case may be, y'all exchanging words or whatever the case may be, y'all face to face and talking or whatever the case may be. You accidentally pick up your phone or you accidentally see something or whatever the case may be that reminds you of somebody and you realize, hold on a second, am I cheating? It's a trait though. I think I like the first person more than you. I need to stop doing this. No, the trait though, I need to pick up the phone and Hello. Are we gonna be on the same page today?
Infiltrate though, because I don't want to feel guilty for some shit I'm not in.
Infiltrate over me. Like, let it be a win for a motherfucker win. I ain't trying to play with your motherfucking feelings if you're trying to meet me halfway. Hello. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. You know, no mother or father or guardian should ever lose custody of their child or have a child stripped away from them because of someone's lack of self-control, someone's insecurity, or because someone wants to project spell work or send someone an evil eye, or someone has malicious intentions to someone's baby. Or someone wants to paint a mother and father to be unfit parents. When a mother and father is a provider, protector, they're not trying to be their child's best friend at the end of the day. But they allow their child to know that they have a safe place. You know, no mother or father should have to deal with depression, anxiety, PTSD, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, or them feeling like their voice does not matter because someone wants to control the narrative to make them feel at the end of the day their voice doesn't matter. How this type of stuff actually happens to a good mother and father. You know, regardless they came from poverty and pain or not. How they show up good day, bad day, misunderstanding day, even sick days. You know, they didn't have malicious intentions towards their child. They just wanted their child to grow up at the end of the day to know that they had good parents.
No, infiltrate of me. Balance, hello, regardless of what the trial and tribulations they've been through.
Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. You know, no mother or father should have their child stripped away from them due to someone's insecurity, jealousy, envy, or hate, or animosity because they don't want to see someone prosper in life. How individuals come across individuals and they be part of a hate crime or discrimination or violence or gang stalking. You put a name in your book at the end of the day. But no mother or father should have that phone call when it comes to identifying a child because someone lacks self-control. Someone removed themselves out of a situation, out of someone's life, and that door's been closed for years at a time. And it should be no reason why someone is keeping tabs on someone's child at the end of the day because they don't want someone to prosper. And it's monitoring spirits watching a child, trying to project a hate crime or have malicious intentions toward a child to rob them mentally, spiritually, financially because they don't want someone to prosper. Someone doesn't want to see someone's child smiling. Because at the end of the day, someone missed out on a blessing when someone actually knew how to respect somebody good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. Someone poured into someone, but someone wanted to come up short, and they tried to spin a block, but it's too late. And nobody should ever, no mother or father should ever have to get a phone call to identify their child because someone wants to project spell work or send someone an evil lie or someone has malicious intentions towards somebody's baby. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day.
No, infiltrate of me. Oh my gosh, my lips are so chapped. I gotta go.
I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everybody. You know, regardless if you're a content creator or not at the end of the day, or even just an entrepreneur, never allow someone's projection of insecurity, jealousy, envy, or them sending spell work or send you the evil lie, because we do live in the spiritual world, get you distracted from choosing yourself, your reflection. And I say that respectfully, regardless if you came from poverty or pain or not. And when you know how to take accountability for your actions, that energy is different when you don't run from your past. You matter and you are worthy. You know, healing trauma and pain is not a race overnight process, and I say it respectfully. To the genuine ones with no misintentions, I truly hope all is well in your end. Never give up on yourself because someone did not love you, respect you, protect you, or even meet you halfway. And I say that respectfully. You poured into the wrong cup, but you found balance. You started to pour into you, even days when you couldn't see. But who would have knew at the end of the day? Your healing journey started with you when they tried to confuse you. And you didn't allow yourself to hurt yourself with your own vocabulary, becoming your best self-vision of yourself because someone wanted to dim your light. But you allow yourself to believe in your faith, allow and hope to sink in, to realize, hold on 1 second, you are worthy of your own unconditional love, regardless who wasn't rooting from you. You matter, you're worthy. I'm Naya, genuine respect, and I am my biggest cheerleader, regardless who's praying on my downfall. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone and I always have since day one. I would never hurt myself, and I do not live in fear. And I say that respectfully. It's not a crime to be authentic. I went live today at 12 o'clock. I did over 20 lives on Facebook, and I did 16 lives on YouTube, and I did 2 lives on TikTok. And my content is not for everybody. I go live every night at 10:15 p.m. And when it comes to my creativity, I work alone. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. I go every night live at 10:15. And my schedule when it comes to posting is throughout the day. I don't have a schedule when it comes to posting, but I definitely go live every night at 10:15 p.m. on YouTube. When it comes to my creativity, I get it from my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father, God. I don't wish the devil good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. I am my biggest cheerleader, regardless of praying of my downfall. And I say that respectfully. I work alone when it comes to my creativity, and I always did. There's no third party involved, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself when someone is preying on your downfall. We're 24 minutes into this video, and it's currently 10:48 p.m. I'm Naya, genuine love respect, and my content is not for everyone. I would never hurt myself or my peers around me, regardless of trying to antagonize me or not. I would never hurt myself. I don't push God on nobody at the end of the day. And I say that respectfully. But when the right people are sent into your life by God, respect is a two-way street. They see you, they hear you, they respect you with no malicious intentions. They act in their body weight and their shoe size. That respect is different when, hold on 1 second, even when the devil told so many lies. The devil said nobody gonna see you, respect you. They gonna dish you, disrespect you to end it because they got ill intentions. But hold on 1 second, that was just the devil trying to distract you. But when the right people walk into your life, they want you to become your best self, vision of yourself when it comes to your reflection because they wasn't acting their shoe size. Regardless, they came from poverty and pain. Respect went a long way at the end of the day because someone truly is praying for you, not against you. That energy is different. They ain't have the devil endowed with spoke, witchcraft, voodoo. You put a name in your book when it comes to spirituality in a toxic way. And I say that respectfully. Who would have knew at the end of the day that the grass is green on the other side where folks actually see you? And they was far from pretending. You know, when folks not truly for you at the end of the day, they keep it pushing. They fall from haters. They don't got to gang up in the group or hack your device or your phone or whatever the case may be. They don't got to gang stalk you. They don't got to send you spell or send you to evil eye. No, they keep it moving with their life. Have a good day. It's the train over me. They don't got time for that weird shit. And they acting their body way. And they don't got time for the he say, she say, and I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content's not for everybody. We're 26 minutes into this video, and it's 10:50 p.m. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I would never hurt myself, regardless who's praying to my downfall. I do love myself, and I would never hurt myself, and I say that respectfully, regardless to who's praying on my downfall. I would never hurt myself. I am my biggest cheerleader. Misunderstood and loved by you. Far from a hate to stop the violence in the community. Misunderstood and judged by you. Far from a hate to stop the violence in the community. Peace and respect, your name, but the one you better go damn you like gotta go there, but never damn you like stop the violence. I go live every night at 10:15 p.m. I have 20 videos that I posted today at January 23rd, 2006 at 12 o'clock. It's 20 videos that I posted today. Authenticity when it comes to my creativity, I did it all by myself. And I did 2 videos on TikTok, and I did 16 videos on YouTube today for January 23rd, 2006, and it's currently 10:51 p.m. I would never hurt myself. We're 27 minutes into this video. Never give up on yourself, regardless if you have a speech problem, or you have a learning disability, or you have you have your days. Because people do that. It's not intentionally, but you get messed up in your words. And I don't project it on anybody at the end of the day. I'm far from a hater, and I say that respectfully. You don't got to pray the same, but I know how to respect my neighbor. I go live every night at 10:15 on YouTube. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone, and I would never hurt myself. And I say that respectfully. Loving yourself is a crime. It's not a crime. I have a check. Oh, my God. I got to go. Loving yourself is not a crime. And it's not a crime to be authentic. Never get discouraged because someone wants to try to steal your vision from you. But they would never understand we all don't pray the same, especially when your belief is different and you fall from a hater. Never give up on yourself, and I say it respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. Always be yourself, no intentions. Gotta go. And it changed only 28 minutes into the video. It's 10:52. Be yourself, gotta go.